What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today I have the random model airport update for June 2025. This one is the Ocean City airport for you guys. This is Columbus Aviation's airport, so I'll link all of his Ocean City airport updates in the description below. But yeah, this is full airport. He just allowed me to do as long as I give him credit for it. But yeah, he honestly has a very cool setup for it. At least his last airport update. So it's like the main terminal here, two separate terminals over there, then like regional ramp, and then like taxiway runways, which I don't have. But yeah, we'll get started off down here. I tried to replicate as many planes in his airport update that I'm basing this off on as possible, but I did add a few others that I have in my collection. But right here we have the Alaska 737 MAX 9. We're gonna say this guy is arriving in from another fictional airport, which is Seattle North, I believe, which is Stars 10P Aviation's airport. So yeah, he's just arriving in from Seattle North, and then he'll be heading over to Portland, Oregon, in a little bit. Then this Southwest 737-800 is supposed to replicate a Some Country 737-800. He'll be heading over to Minneapolis, and then he arrived earlier today from Dallas-Fort Worth. Then we have the Alaska 737 MAX 8 on those reserve. I do have the 737-800 on those reserve, but I decided to just not put in the airport update just because it is a rather bad model. But anyway, this guy will be heading over to let's go with Anchorage, and then the MAX 9 will take this guy. Look at that lineup. Strongest off here we have the Delta 737-800 Brave sticker. I'm thinking about maybe customizing this with scimitar winglets. Let me know down below if you guys want to see that. But anyway, this 737-800, he'll be heading over to Atlanta, and then he arrived earlier today from Boston. Then we have our two regional aircraft. We have the E-175. We're going to say this guy arrived from New York LaGuardia, and then he'll be heading over to New York John F. Kennedy. And then the CRJ 900 in the back. He arrived in from Detroit, and then he'll be heading over to Raleigh-Durham. Then right here we have, we'll get this nice shot. We have a Delta 8220 on the bottom of your screen, dash 300. We're going to say he arrived in from a rather long flight from Los Angeles, California, and then he'll be doing a sort of commute flight up to Atlanta in Georgia. Then we have the two Southwest in the back. We have the 737 MAX 8. We're going to say this guy just arrived in from Orlando in Florida, and then he'll be doing another Florida flight out to Tampa in Florida. And then the 737-800 in the back arrived in from Chicago Midway, and then he'll be heading over to Baltimore. Also, just landing here on the runway, here of the Southwest 737-700. This guy's just arriving in from Houston Hobby, and then he'll be heading over to Dallas Left Field a little bit later today. Okay, then basically here we have like one of his two concourses or satellite terminals, I don't know what you call them, or what he calls them. But anyway, there we have a Spirit A320. We're gonna say this guy arrived in from Las Vegas, and then he'll be heading over to we're gonna say Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And then right here we have the Air Canada A220-300, substituting for some 737 MAX 8. We're gonna say this guy is arriving in from Toronto, and then he'll be heading back out to Toronto. I would put Skybus in here. I don't have any Skybus models. It seems like actually a pretty interesting airline to collect. I guess we'll start off with aircraft taxiing, which is a Allegiant Airbus A320. This guy is going to be heading over to Punta Gorda and Florida after arriving in from Orlando Sanford, also in Florida. Then back there, we have a American A321. This guy's going to be heading over to Charlotte Douglas International Airport, and then he arrived in from, we'll say another fictional airport, which is Great Plains International Airport, done by CM Aviation. Yeah. Then right here we have a American Eagle ERJ 170. We're going to say this guy's going to be heading over to Chicago O'Hare, and then he arrived in from there earlier today. Then also substituting in for a A321 for JetBlue, here we have a JetBlue A320. This guy arrived in from Boston Logan, and then he'll be heading over to New York LaGuardia. Then here we have our two United aircraft. We have the United Express E-175. It's the Legacy Jets E-175. Let me put the camera down so you guys can kind of see them. Anyway, this E-175, we're going to say this guy arrived from Washington Dulles, and then he'll be heading over to Houston George Bush Intercontinental Airport a little bit later today. And then there's 737 MAX 8 is wearing the Together sticker. That guy arrived in from Denver, and then we'll send him over to San Francisco, a little bit of a long flight, but good enough for 737 MAX. Then here we have our regional aircraft. This actually looks pretty cool as an angle shot, but yeah, you can see Miner Express CRJ550 is missing the I believe yeah, it's the left aileron. But yeah, I will get that glued as soon as possible. It's just kind of hard because they're so small. But anyway, we're gonna start off with the Aeroscott CRJ-200. You guys can see it. It is on the bottom left hand corner of the screen. Oh wait, no, that's right. Anyway, we're gonna say he arrived in from let's go with Dallas Fort Worth, and then we're gonna say he's doing commute flight up to Raleigh Durham. Then we have the American Eagle CRJ-700. He's doing the turn to Washington Reagan. He came in from there and he'll be heading back out there. Then we have the United Express CRJ-550 on the top left-hand corner of the screen. He arrived in from, let's go with Washington Dulles, and then he'll be heading over to Columbia and Georgia. And then we have the SkyWest CRJ-200. They're RIP the landing gear. Like, I rolled it off, and then I rolled it into place, and then the landing gear just fell off, and I've been able to find it because it's so small. So I'll have to replace that, but luckily I have the money to maybe get a few more SkyWest CRJ-200s. But anyway, we're gonna say he arrived in from Denver via a few stops, which were Huntsville, Alabama, and Atlanta, Georgia. Interesting, but he'll be heading over to Greenville, Spartanburg in South Carolina. And yeah, that basically does it for Ocean City Airport. Again, I'll link what are you gonna say? I'll link Columbus Aviation, his channel, and then all of his Ocean City Airport updates in the description. I'll also list Stars to be Aviation and then CM Aviation in the description below. And then along with their airport updates, their playlists of them, of course. I don't have time to link every single one of them. But yeah, I'd like to say thank you very much all for watching this video, and let me know, comment down below if you guys want me to do another YouTuber airport. If you think this is fun. If not, I'll just do other airports. But anyway, again, thank you very much all for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.